because you don't reach the top of the pyramid and you're done.
Yeah.
Right. There's no done here, because
No.
relationships just naturally don't have that.
Yeah.
Relationships are a living organism in their own way.
Yeah.
And so sometimes things are smooth and sometimes they're not. And what are some tools that we can use as we ebb and flow in these different experiences or seasons?
Right.
But like you said, like, we're living, sometimes things are great and sometimes they're not. And then we use our tools.
Yes, 100%.
So
What's really fun is as you build up, you realize, oh, now we get to go back to honesty and it looks different now, right? And safety looks different now, right? And we're continually working on all of the levels kind of at the same time.
One thing I thought was a good sign was, I mean, we wrote this over a number of years. So when we finally put it all together and I was reading through it kind of for review, as I was reading, like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. I should do that. I need to do that more in my relationship. Oh, that's a good reminder. So we wrote the book and I still am like, oh yeah, I could do that better. I can really work on this more. And I thought that's a pretty good sign if I'm relearning things from our own book. I hope that's hopeful for people, that there's some stuff that I think any of us can implement in our relationships.
There's a concept.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Matt.
Sorry, I'm curious. So, and this is the first time I've met you, so it's hello.
Oh.
And so, and Matthew, I think I just heard. Did I hear you say that you were a betrayer? Did I hear? So, are you in recovery for sex addiction?
Yeah, I've been in recovery for 10 years. August 1st, 2013 is my sobriety date, and it's also our discovery date. And yeah, and it's you know, I never wanted to write about this journey. I can remember when we were getting out of the kind of the woods, telling Joanna, like, we're not going to be those people. We're not going to be the people that go tell our story and that teach and talk about this. And I'm sadly mistaken in that. But I think we have found, as we continue to do more of the work, we wanted to talk about it, right? We wanted to share, and partly because when we were starting our journey, there was less resources for couples. There was just starting to be, I think, a kind of unfolding for partner resources were starting to come out.
Not a lot.
Yeah.
Not a lot at all.
Well, and so go ahead, Matthew, go ahead. Yeah.
And so I think that was part of our heart, was just saying, like, we want to continue to expand the voice of what this looks like for all different types of recovery. Because we know there's going to be recovery where couples stay together. There's going to be recovery where they don't, right? There's going to be recovery that takes 2 years, 10 years, right? It's all a different process. We want to just continue to kind of give voice to the journey.
And I think our hope is that our story could bring hope to other people. And as soon as we heard, kind of formulated the structure of the intimacy pyramid, we're like, oh, and now there's a roadmap for people. Which was,
you are one of the most happiest partners I have ever seen or heard. So if you're following your own advice, so it's quite, I mean, it brings me joy to see how happy you are and how connected you seem, and you seem like you have recovered from betrayal trauma quite frankly.
It was, when discovery happened and everything was shattering and falling down around us, we did not have a lot of relational tools at the time, so we didn't really talk about it, but I think we were on the same page of, if we're going to go through this and we're going to do this hard work, it better be for something so incredible that it's worth all of this, right? And so I don't just want what I thought we had. I expect something way better. And so we continued fighting and searching and getting the resources we needed to help support that journey, right? We did not give up. We did not quit. And our hope was to make that easier for couples in the future that we could work with, right? Kind of giving them the roadmap, giving them the resources, there is hope, and it's going to be a little easier on you than it was on us because of the work we're doing.
Yeah.